Hey guys, today we're talking about moderate to vigorous physical activity and warm-ups and cool-downs. Moderate to vigorous physical activity, or what we sometimes call MVPA for short, is all about the zone that you want to be exercising in. Moderate kind of stands for medium, and vigorous stands for hard. So we can think of that as medium to hard activity level. Okay? So when you're exercising, you want to make sure you're exercising in that moderate to vigorous zone. Because when we're in the moderate to vigorous zone, it's going to help our heart rate to increase, which means our heart to pump faster. And when we are increasing our heart rate, we're exercising our heart. And exercising our heart is very important. Remember, our heart is the most important muscle in our body, right? It's the muscle that helps us to live. It pumps blood through our body. Okay, so it's really important to exercise your heart. So every time we're exercising, we're thinking about, am I working out in the right zone? Well, if I'm doing like a brisk walk, that's kind of moderate. If I am like running, like maybe I'm running the mile or the pacer test, that's going to be a really vigorous activity. Playing soccer, that could be a vigorous activity because it involves a lot of running, okay? Short sprints and lots of jogging. That's very vigorous. Jumping rope would be another example of a vigorous activity. It's a lot of movement. You're continuously jumping, and it's going to really increase your heart rate. Another example of a moderate activity would be going for a walk, taking your dogs for a walk. That's more medium level. So now that we know what moderate to vigorous physical activity is, we need to talk about what it does to our bodies. What does moderate to vigorous physical activity do to our bodies? Those are all normal body signs to moderate to vigorous physical activity. That's a good thing. It means you're working hard. When we work hard, that's how our body gets stronger, more fit. We build that endurance. That endurance is how long your body can last. Okay? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go on. Before we begin exercise, we want to start with a warm-up. A warm-up is a really important part of your exercise or fitness routine. And the reason we want to warm up our bodies is because we want our muscles to be prepared to exercise, especially if we're going to be exercising at that vigorous level. When we do a warm-up and our bodies are warmed up before we exercise, we are at a better chance of not getting injured, okay, and being able to do our workout more easily. So when we do our warm-up, we want to start with dynamic exercises or dynamic stretches. Can you guys say dynamic? Dynamic means that your body is moving, okay? So a dynamic stretch would be a stretch, or a dynamic exercise would be an exercise where I'm not just standing still. All right, I want you to follow along with this dynamic warm-up. Do it with me, and we'll see how we feel afterwards if we feel like our bodies and our muscles are getting warmed up and we're ready to exercise. All right, here we go. Hey guys, we're gonna go through a little dynamic warm-up. The first thing we're gonna do is just an easy march. Okay, this is nice because we're gonna do this in place. Another dynamic warm-up you could do is just like going for a walk. Like say you were gonna go for a run. You could walk, and then when you're ready to start running, because your muscles feel warmed up, you could start running. But we're just going to do this in place today. So we're just going to march a little bit. Okay, good. All right, we're going to shake it out a little bit. Okay, you're going to put your feet apart, about shoulder width apart, okay? Maybe a little bit longer, and we're just going to lean to one side. And then we're going to lean to the other side. And then we're going to lean to the other side. And we're just going to keep going back and forth. Now, a static stretch would be where I'd hold it like this. But we're going to do this dynamically. So we're just going to keep moving. Good. All right, we're going to do some high knees. We're going to do high knee marching. We're going to pull it up, but kind of slow. pull it up, kind of like you're crunching your belly. Pull your belly in, crunch it up. Good job. Now we're gonna do some kicks. Okay, shake it out again. Good. Okay, you know the flamingo stretch? Okay, we're gonna do this one. You're gonna pull up, but you're not gonna balance for a long time and hold it because that would be static. We're just gonna keep going. Try to keep your balance. And this is kind of stretching out our quadricep muscles right here. Good. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna go down. We're gonna take our foot. I'm gonna do it sideways so you can see. I'm gonna cross it over right on top of my thigh right here. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna come up, do the other side. Do it this way so you can see. I'm gonna take this leg, cross it in front, go down. Just kind of opening up my hip flexors, which are my hips. Kind of keep your balance. You can put your hands out to balance if that helps you. And do it slow. You don't want to be falling all over the place. Good. Shake it out again. All right, we're going to warm up our upper body a little bit. So we're going to go across. So put your one hand out, other hand out. One hand across your body like this. Take this hand and pull. But remember, we're not going to hold it. We're just going to do it. We're going to go back. We're going to switch sides. Woo! My shoulder popped. Just across like this. Get our arms all warmed up for exercise. This will be important if we're doing anything with our upper body in our workout today. Okay, we're going to go over. So put your hands up. One goes down. Take this other one. Grab about by your elbow and pull. Okay, other side. Up. This hand, pull your elbow, pull. Remember, we're not holding any of these for a long time. Arm down, grab your elbow, pull. And again, arm up, oh, other side. Arm up, grab my elbow, and pull. Good, all right. We're gonna just do some steps back and forth. Make sure we're ready. Getting all ready for that exercise. Remember, the reason we warm up our muscles when we're exercising is because we want them to be nice and warm for exercise so that we don't injure them. Sometimes a cold muscle is easier to injure. All right, little faster jog here. You should feel your heart rates like pumping up, your heart going up a little bit. Your heart rate is going up. All right, feet together, do some jumps. Jump, 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 jump. Jump. All right, shake it out. All right, that's our dynamic warm up. And now our muscles should feel pretty warm. Our hearts are pumping a little bit, and we're ready to start our exercise. All right, guys, great job. All right, now that we've done this exercise, we're gonna do our cool down. A cool down is really important after you exercise, especially if you're, again, exercising at that vigorous level. If I'm working out really, really hard and then I just stop and maybe like say I ran the mile and then I just lay down on the field because I'm so tired, that's not going to be really good for my body. You want to bring your heart rate down gradually and you want to stretch your muscles after you exercise. The reason we stretch our muscles after we exercise is so that they are like starting to, we elongate those muscles, we stretch them out, and they're going to be help us with soreness, so we won't get so sore after we exercise, and it's going to help us be prepared for the next time that we're going to work out. Okay? Now, when we are doing our cool down stretches, we can do static stretching. So static stretching is what we talked about earlier, where you can do your stretches in place. Okay, it's okay to hold them. And that's because our bodies are already warmed up. We already exercised. We already were moving around. So our muscles were nice and warm. And now that they're nice and warm, it's okay for us to stand and stretch them a little bit longer. Okay, whereas in the beginning of the workout, we wanted to do those dynamic stretches, the moving ones, so that we didn't overstretch a muscle before we had warm muscles. Okay, so now I want you to follow along with the static stretching cool down, okay? And see afterwards you're gonna feel that it's probably gonna feel pretty good. Static stretching can feel really nice, especially after an exercise. So we're gonna do that together right now. All right, here we go. Hey guys, this is a static cool down. So we're gonna put our feet apart. I'm just gonna follow along with me. Our feet about shoulder width apart, okay? A little bit further maybe. And we're gonna lean to one side. One leg is bent, the other leg is straight. You can put your hands on your knee and we're just gonna hold that for a second. Just like that. You should feel it. Remember, whenever we're doing these kinds of exercises, we wanna make sure our knee is above our ankle and not like over our toe like that. I'm just gonna turn sideways so you can see. I don't want it like this. I want it over my ankle. Okay, we're gonna go the other way. So, stretching. Keep your upper body kind of upright. Just like this. Okay, good. Stand up. We're gonna shake it out. Okay. We're gonna do the quadricep stretch again. Raise your quadriceps, these muscles right here. And that's like, sometimes you might call it the flamingo, but we're gonna hold it this time. Okay, so I need a balance. And I'm gonna kind of pull my heel towards my bottom, and I can really feel that stretch. Okay, we don't wanna be bouncing all over the place. Okay, switch sides, hold it. You can try touching your nose. Sometimes that helps balance. Tighten your belly, your core muscles, those are gonna help you balance. Okay, pull that heel into your bottom. Real nice and tight. Okay, shake it out. All right, good. We're gonna put our feet together. We're gonna put one foot out. We're gonna do like a lunge. I'm gonna do it sideways so you can see. Feet together, put one foot out. We're gonna bend the front leg. Back leg is straight. And now we're gonna be stretching our calf muscle. Should be able to feel it right back here. So we're just gonna hold that. Remember, upper body's kind of straight. Hand can be on your knee. Just like this. And we're gonna go to the other side. Okay, so we're gonna take the other foot, put it forward, bend that front knee, back leg is straight. You're gonna feel that in your calf, maybe in your hamstring, which are these muscles right back here, the back of your thigh. I'm gonna hold that. You don't wanna hold for too long, maybe like 15, 20 seconds. Shake it out. Okay. Remember in the dynamic warm-up, we did these quick arm stretches, but we're gonna hold them a little bit now. So we're gonna go across, grab elbow and kind of pull that in. There we go, just like that. We're gonna switch sides to the other side and hold it. Put that in my tricep, which is like the back of my arm muscle. We all know bicep, right? This one right here. I'm gonna go over, just like we did in the dynamic. I'm gonna pull and hold that. And then we're gonna switch to the other side and pull that. All right, nice. You can do some arm circles. Oh. Shake it out a little bit. All right, so those are static stretches. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more. Let's put your legs apart. Okay, and we're gonna bend down, and we're going to like keep our legs straight. We're gonna bend down, but we're gonna kind of go to this ankle. Okay, and we're gonna hold that. You feel that in your legs. It's a really, really good stretch. Go to the other side, same thing. I can feel this in my calf. I'm gonna hold that. So you're just gonna have your legs apart, a little bit over shoulder length, and you're gonna go down and hold your ankles. And then put your fingertips to the floor. If you're more flexible and you can put your hands all the way on the floor, You don't want to have your knees like super bent like this. You want to try to keep your legs straight. You can have a slight bend in your knees, but not like this. Okay. All right. And those are static stretches. Okay, and that's a nice way to cool down your muscles. Remember, if you're running or exercising a lot, like exercising in that vigorous zone, you want to bring your heart rate down slowly. So maybe you want to walk a little bit and let your heart rate come down, and then you can perform these static stretches to get your muscles nice and stretched out and to help so that they don't get, you're not super sore. You know, you might still be sore, but you'll be a little bit less if you make sure that you're stretching out your muscles like that, okay? All right, great job, guys.